This week on Chicago Beer Pass, Nick and I are kicking off the week with some porter from Off Color Brewing as we dive into some more Bourbon County hunting and a few other events we made it to this past week. All that and more on this week's episode.
Yeah, because, you know, it's going to cork pop out, boop, it just flies like fucking 10 feet. We're like, yeah, let's do it. The legend, Mr. Pete Crowley. I love Pete Crowley, man.
How's that beer? It's what you think it is.
It'll be like the stuff you hear. You ever go to, every time you go to Floyd's, all the music sounds like this. Raw, raw, raw.
Hey, and welcome to Chicago Beer Pass. I'm Brad Chmielewski.
Brad, what's up, man? I'm Nik White.
And we're doing a Monday recording of this, but you as the listener probably don't know that because it doesn't matter when you listen to it.
And we're totally off our shit.
Yeah.
I cracked the glass trying to open this bottle.
Yeah, we were opening a bottle and
Brass shattered
broke.
the lamp that lights up the place.
I know, we were in a mess. Mondays, we should not be doing this on Monday.
Need to reevaluate this whole Monday thing, man. I'm like, where are my notes? So looking for my notes. I tore my whole bag up and my notes are right in front of me.
We're a mess, yeah. But we've got beer to talk about, so let's get into it. If you're new to Chicago Beer Pass, what we do here is we talk about the beer we're drinking, talk about the beer we did drink, and talk about the beers we're going to drink. So, kicking things off with the right here, right now, we got a new one from Off Color, the Gnome.
We gravitate towards these guys, man. This is an old-timey porter. Oh, it's brewed with bark and roots, so 6.7%.
Well, I end up getting a lot of them because Miskas carries them, so whoever distributor that Off Color is on, they are probably
Windy City, probably.
Yeah, a main distributor for
that
place,
store.
yeah.
Yeah. This has quassia bark and licorice root.
Okay.
In it.
It's pretty good. It smells like your typical porter with that roasted, just, I guess, warm feeling. Like a little bit of root beerness to it, too.
Yeah.
But
This is their take on a winter ale, like a seasonal ale, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Right
no,
on.
I like it. I like a lot of their beers end up being a little lighter and maybe just more summery and refreshing. So this one coming in at 6.7% is also a pretty big beer for them. Like most of their beers are around like 4 or 3%.
And our guy, the Grain Mouse here, he's got the gnome hat on.
Mm-hmm. He does have a name.
Oh yeah, what is his name?
I saw a tweet or an Instagram video where they're like, such and such is on hitting the slopes again, and I forgot. I was like, oh my god, he has a name. The mouse has a name.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's Fred, but it's not Fred.
Come on, it can't be Fred, man. There's nothing wrong with people named Fred. I'm just saying.
So we're gonna continue to sip on this. We may avoid the bottle that broke. I've never seen that happen before. Have you had that happen?
Never.
So
Probably.
probably yeah, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe just a weird hit it at the right angle apparently. All right, so we'll keep drinking these. Then this week. Bourbon County, we were talking about it last week. There was Black Friday.
Yeah.
You went on and got some. I ended up finding and picking up a bottle of Northwood.
Right on.
I did dig that one maybe the most out of all of them.
Yeah, that was your favorite one. Yeah.
So I picked up a bottle there.
Founders, CBS, came out this week. Really one of the first whales of like this modern era of beer, right? I think CBS is one of the first really big freak out whale releases.
Yeah,
is that fair to say?
I think so. I might have someone coming on with us next week who went to the release, went up there and did that because neither one of us went.
No, up in Grand Rapids.
Yeah, and us recording here on Monday, I just didn't have time to like hit them up and work it all out. So schedules are changing. So maybe next week we'll dive into some of the CBS, what happened there, and the release. There, but yeah,
I actually think they were boosted a lot by the fact that Whole Foods had their Black Friday release the same day, and I wonder if that impacted their sales because if you were in line at 7 a.m. or whatever at Whole Foods, a lot of those stores were letting you buy CBS along with your Bourbon County.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
that's just a bonus. Like, why wouldn't you be in line then, right?
Right.
If you were looking for either one of those.
Yeah.
So we're gonna. Did you pick up any other Bourbon County then? Like.
I might have picked up a few bottles. Kind of embarrassed, but like sharing the grief and excitement about picking up bottles with other people.
Yeah.
Where you see someone in line and you share your dollar amount of how much you're in, and then you hear that theirs isn't far off.
Okay.
And there's some camaraderie there.
So you feel better that
You don't feel like a full on
you've
fucking
spent
drug
like
addict.
you spent X number of $100 on, and you're like, oh, you too? Yeah, all right, we're the same.
Yeah. Or like I'm
As you
out.
both stand there at 2 a.m. waiting for the store to open. Yeah, we're the same.
Exactly, right? Or like I went to 18th Street on Sunday, and I'm talking to the guy behind the bar, and he's like, "Man, I tell you," because he was like 300 in the hole. You know, I mean, I think it's one of those things where we all share it, but we don't really talk about it. And if we talk about it with people that you'll feel better about it.
Right.
I know I did. So.
Okay.
Oh, but yeah. Where I went that was super cool was Puerto Rico Liquors. So it's I guess that's West Town-ish. I'm not sure where this is, but basically like Augusta near Western.
Okay.
Right? There's a little hole in the wall liquor store, and it's kind of nondescript, but you go in and it's a full-on craft liquor store, and they're selling everything. Like everything you can name. And I'm like, what's going on here? So I wait for 2 hours, and they're playing their music loud. It turns into a bottle share. If you buy the BCS Reserve,
Yeah.
they're like, you cannot buy a BCS Reserve unless you take a shot of Knob Creek when you buy it. I'm like, I love this place.
Oh my gosh, that's kind of cool.
They got the big Puerto Rican flag. They got Cubs stuff everywhere, and it's a full-on party. It's probably one of the most fun bottle releases I've been to. So
That's pretty cool.
I did that on Friday. So cheers to those guys, man. Puerto Rico Liquors.
Puerto Rican liquors.
Puerto Rico food and liquors. I feel bad because some of the locals are just in there to get like homemade salsa and like Heineken.
And you're in there doing shots. And
we're acting bad in this store. It was great. And it's like really small, like, old school store. It was cool. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so that was a lot of fun.
That's cool. I did that Northwood, and then I also went up to the Brauhaus
Right on.
this week. They're closing.
Wait, what's the Brauhaus, man?
Brauhaus in Lincoln Square, that German beer hall place. So yeah, they usually have music playing. You can get liters of beer. You can get boots, sausages, things like that. But they're closing. The couple's like 80 years old, so they're kind of just done. They're cashing out.
Man.
But had to hit it up one more time. It's definitely a fun place. If anyone's listening and can make it there before they close.
Now, that's not the place they do the where Raj from Half Acre got married, that 4-level party space, and one of the levels is like a gun store. It's not that place.
No,
right?
it's not that place. No.
All right. Not a gun store, a gun range. One of the levels on this party space is like a gun range.
Yeah, no, this is a restaurant.
Okay, sorry. Never mind.
So went there, ended up drinking a boot of beer, 2 liters.
There you go.
You got to do.
Oh shit.
It's closing. Drinking that boot of Bitburger.
Man, there's not too many places like that, right?
No, yeah.
Like just true to form, authentic, genuine German restaurants.
So that was cool. Not that exciting in the craft beer space, but a good drinking thing.
What's the boot beer of choice? What are they filling? What's the house beer? Like
you can get any of it. You can get Spaten. I went Bitburger, but you could get. I forget all the options that they had. They'll put anything in there. They don't care at all.
Whatever you want, buddy.
Yeah, whatever you need. You need dragon's milk in there? No. But yeah, it is a lot of beer to drink. So did that though, and so that was pretty fun. That was the only beer release event thing that I made it to.
I'm trying to think of what else I did, man. 18th Street released this Trub Wizard. We got to a point where we were drinking stouts for like 4, maybe 3 or 4 days in a row, and we're like, man, let's get some haze in our life, man. So we saw it posted, and we went over there. Aurora B Company, McKellar, San Diego, and 18th Street.
Oh, cool.
So it's DDHDIPA for those keeping score. Double dry hopped, double India Pale Ale.
That's ridiculous.
With honey.
With honey.
With honey.
It's a WH. With a
little DDHDIPA WH. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. All right.
Still fun though, man.
It was good.
I like it. Honestly, I think I like the mimosa style, the straight up juicy style haze. This whatever hops they use, I forget which ones, but they were more of like that like kind of dill and lemongrass kind of, and I personally don't like that in my haze. I just want straight juice.
Okay.
So it was good, but I think they had one called Chasing Paper. The 18th Street Boys did. That's still my favorite.
Oh, cool.
This was close. It wasn't as good as Chasing Paper to me. So.
Nice. All right. And you went out to the brew
Yeah, I
pub
went
for
out
that?
to Hammond.
Hammond, okay.
Yeah, so we're talking, just west. I would say maybe like 5 miles once you're in Indiana, maybe
Okay.
like 5 miles from the border or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a pretty easy drive, and
Yeah, basically 159th. If you're on 159th off the 94 and head east for
Yeah.
4 miles, you're right there.
Oh, cool.
So
okay.
it's not far. It's basically like South suburban Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a nice little, I guess, strip of the town right there that they're in. So,
They're like in downtown Hammond.
Yeah.
For whatever it's worth. Yeah.
so it's nice, for like small town kind of vibe.
Yeah, like the city hall's right there.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Probably the hardware store.
The high school and
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. Main Street, Main Street, USA.
Awesome. Okay. Anything else then? You think we're like so off our game today? I feel like
Yeah.
it's Monday business. Anything else you made it to this?
Manic Monday. I feel like that's all I did, man.
All right. Well,
I feel like that's all I did.
yeah, we did mention last week like the events throughout December kind of get lighter. Like after Black Friday, after FOBAB Black Friday events, they start to slow down, and it's just
Yeah.
about like you just hanging out with friends, drinking, going either to a release
putting
or
up
picking
the
up beer.
Christmas
Yeah,
tree,
putting up the tree,
yeah.
holidays, all that good stuff. Yeah.
Right on. Yeah. Yeah, so I guess it was kind of a slow week.
All right.
Yeah.
Anything else that released or we're getting
Is that Slack?
notifications?
I changed my Slack and now it says hummus. There's an option where it says
It just says hummus
it just
every
says
time
it doesn't knock. It doesn't do the woodpecker knock. It just says hummus.
hummus.
It's funny.
Yeah, so that's what, you probably just get hungry.
It's just hummus all day. It's great.
You take a shot, it'd be like Cheers or like a beer opening every
I
time.
want to change it. I'd rather a beer open. I mean, I don't even like hummus, but it does sound fun.
So there's a hummus like in there you can have.
It's in the app. It's
Okay.
default.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you didn't like go in and change it to hummus.
There's some other stupid ones, but the coolest one was hummus.
All right.
We are a little off today. Right? All right.
So what's coming up this week then? As I mentioned, it's slow, but what do we have on the calendar?
Yes. I think the big thing is, Repeal Day is coming up. So we all know December 5th, 1933 is the day that Prohibition got repealed. I think of all the amendments to the Constitution, this is the only one that got repealed.
Right.
The one that said, hey, you can't drink booze.
Yeah.
Right. So a lot of parties centered around that. Out in Plainfield, Nevins, they're throwing a Prohibition-style open bar Firkin tapping.
Okay. What day is the December 5th?
This is a Tuesday.
It's tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay.
Tomorrow. So, for Repeal Day. So, and they're actually changing their name. So, I don't know much about Nevins as a brand. I just know that they're out west in Plainfield.
Yeah.
But they're changing their name from Nevins to Midnight Pig.
Okay.
So, there's that.
Why do that? I wonder maybe the Nevins name, is it working out? I know there's a lot of people there's people that like it, there's people that don't like it. I think it's like, we've talked about Finch before.
Yes.
It's like, why didn't you guys change your name?
Yeah.
So maybe Nevins is feeling that a little bit.
They're the, so Mr. or Mrs. Nevin is getting out of the game, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
And the new owners are like, all right, Midnight Pig.
Yeah.
Right, and I hope I didn't. I read that flyer multiple times, and it really. I'm like, maybe that's the name of this party, or is Midnight Pig the name of the new space? And I feel like it's the name of the new space.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's happening out on December 5th tomorrow. So,
Okay.
Yeah. December 7th. Remember they talked about the Double Daisy Cutter collaboration with Oxbow Farmhouse
Yeah.
Brewing. So they've got that on tap. It's called the Double Daisy Farmer. Oddly enough, that's from 5 to 11. That's this week.
So that's Thursday.
Yeah, that's Thursday.
They have it on tap at the Half Acre Tap Room.
Yes. So I'm curious about that.
So yeah.
That sounds pretty interesting.
And then is this supposed to be in bottles too?
Let's see. All I see is it's going to be on tap.
Okay.
This is at Balmoral.
Oh. So
And there's going to be a lobster roll special too.
oh damn.
Yeah, so you can pre-order a lobster roll and 5 ounces of the Double Daisy Farmer for $19.
So 5 to 11 p.m.
Yeah, they don't say much about bottles though. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there was supposed to be a bottle release or it was coming out, but maybe it wasn't. Maybe that was a different beer
Yeah.
that they were working on.
So Oxbow's up in Maine, and it sounds like they it's a stainless aged dry hop farmhouse ale, and they inoculated it with some Brett.
Okay.
Oh, is they prior to bottle conditioning with Brett? So it sounds like some of these they had to be bottled then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Very cool. Okay. So check that out. Definitely always dig a lobster roll, and Oxbow is making some fantastic beer. Like, I don't think a lot of people in Chicago have had a chance to try their beer, so it's really good.
Big Hugs was this weekend. Do you know anybody that made it over to Big Hugs?
No, I didn't. I know Half Acre is closed on Mondays because we're recording now. I may try to go Tuesday to see if I can pick up any leftover cans to see if there's anything like.
Yeah.
Maybe sometimes there's stragglers. Sometimes they don't sell out because I think they made more this year. Buddy works here at Loose Keys. Ethan, he mentioned he saw a tweet. Someone's like, "Oh yeah, went at 8 o'clock on Sunday, and the coolers were still full
Right.
of Big Hugs, like regular Big Hugs." So.
Yeah. All right. Right on. On Friday this week, Local Options back at it. This is their no BS tapping. So they're tapping.
No Bourbon County tapping.
They're tapping.
Oh,
They're
that's
tapping.
BC.
No BCBS. So it looks like they're tapping Canadian Breakfast Stout from Founders, Black Ops from Brooklyn,
Yeah.
and the full 2017 Goose Island Bourbon County lineup.
Oh, so it's no BS is just like the name.
It's just the name of the
it's
party.
full of BS.
It's full of BS. Yeah, this is a noon start. That's typical for them, right?
Yeah.
Like, at Local Option, I might make my way over to that.
Cool. Yeah.
You know?
You need more Bourbon County in your life. You've spent. Who knows? We don't want to say. You can ask them off.
This is a plea for help, I think.
So
man.
you're chasing more. You could probably just message any of our friends
Man,
over at Goose Island and ask for a little taste.
I
Like,
think
you got that BCS?
it's like, they're like, why are you scratching your forearms, man? I'm like, what are you talking about? I mean, I have it's bordering on an unhealthy relationship with this beer, and I'm trying to figure out why. And I was looking back and like, I think the first couple stories on the website were about BCS, and then Fobab, and I don't know. I can't put my finger on why, but yeah, I need to chill with this shit.
Do you? I guess this is an intervention. Do you like it enough that like? That's why, like, do you like? Is it that enjoyable?
I mean, I enjoy, because we were in line, like 3, 4 in the morning, and you're talking to the guy in front of you who's been there since 2, and you run the gamut of every human emotion possible.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, fuck you, only one variant per person, or oh wait, CBS is there too, and oh, we actually get 3 variants, and the joy, the thrill of the hunt, the joy of the score. And
then the regret
and
after you spent the money.
And then the regret, but then then the excitement when you
open it,
when you open them, everything.
And then the sadness when you kept it for too long, and you're like,
see,
that
every single emotion. You're like, yeah, I don't know, man. It makes the cold months fun. So
okay.
Maybe that's it.
But you do enjoy the taste, and
I do. I mean, I cracked open a Northwoods this weekend.
Okay.
Very enjoyable.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, definitely more enjoyable than the. Well, CBS is getting people are beating up CBS this year.
Why?
I don't mean because I think compared to what the newer generation is doing, we talked about it being like this OG whale, and compared to what the newer generation is doing, you're not gonna out hop guys like Pipeworks, and in this case, if a crew like Microphone or I had something from like. Epic Brewing, their double barrel Batista with maple, or Funky Buddha, and they've got some maple thing. Like, this beer isn't gonna taste like what these newer brewers are doing, because they are full on with flavor, and this is more of a boozy, balanced kind of thing.
Okay.
So it's a different interpretation. It says that it's sat in maple barrels, and people are like, well, I guess there's maple in here. You know what I mean?
Jeez, a bunch of haters.
So
yikes.
But I think what they're saying is I don't think it's a bad beer. I actually think it's good. But I think in comparison to what some of these new guys are doing, it is not nearly bourbony or mapley enough to keep up with the new guys. So
Okay.
that's all.
Fair enough. Okay. So you got that local option. What else this week?
Yeah. I think
Nick will be there because he can't get enough. But yeah.
with tears in my eyes, ordering at 11:50 in the morning. I'll be there. There's a vertical of Black. Is it Black from Deschutes? Is it Black?
Black Butte.
Is it Black Butte?
Black Butte.
They got a Black Butte birthday ale series.
Oh.
So they're doing a 5-year vertical at House and Hood.
What's the birthday? It's just.
How's it different? You know,
Yeah.
I'm looking.
Or is it Howes and Hood's birthday?
No, it's the Deschutes anniversary ale is called the Black Butte birthday.
Okay.
So right, so I guess it's different because Black Butte's just there's porter, right?
Yeah, but they don't do Black. Do they do Black Butte every year, or is it every other year? I know we had someone from Portland. We had Maggie in the Periscope feed
Right
of
on,
this, and
right
she
on.
would know. But I feel like it's every other year is Black Butte. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they do it every year,
Yeah,
or
this is
there's
the,
like a special edition Black Butte.
That's what this is. They're
Yeah.
calling this the Black Butte birthday ale.
Okay.
So it's different. I think it's their annual, birthday beer.
Okay. Maybe I'm thinking Descent. Maybe that one happens every 5 years.
It's a good question. I don't really go too deep. I do like some of their IPAs, but I don't really drink a lot of Deschutes for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the problems with drinking in general. You forget some of these beers quite easily, and you're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, does that beer come out every year, every 5 years, or every 2 years?" I don't
Right.
know. I just drink it when it's available.
So I caught it because it was at one of our favorite places, House and Hood, which is closing soon.
Right, yeah.
Because they're getting the boot because the Tribune Tower got sold.
Right.
And that's at the base of Tribune, and it's turning into condos or some madness. For the first time in like 90 years, the Chicago Tribune won't be in Tribune Tower.
Well, exactly. Yeah.
I'm gonna
First
pour
up-
some more of this fucking.
You should
Gnome.
not. They should not be condos there because that's all shopping, and if you live there, you're a fool.
Right. But then
Right next to the Apple Store, that's right there
the
too.
new
now.
the new Apple Store in Pioneer Court. Mm-hmm. So.
All right, so you could get over there, try this new Deschutes anniversary Black Butte Porter.
Yeah.
What should we get? When's House and Hood's closed then? Like we've been
Right.
talking about.
Right.
This is turning into a Goose Island Clybourne incident.
We're closed forever. We're sorry. Oh, wait.
Yeah,
we
no.
figured it out. We got a new lease. We're back.
We have another year. This is the longest goodbye ever for House and Hood.
I mean, when you're over that far east, and I do not recommend going that far east. I hate being over there. But they're a very good option when you're over there.
All right. Anything else then on the calendar or events people should be checking out?
And that's December 14th.
That's December 4th.
Black Butte Birthday Reserve is what they're calling that series.
Okay, so it is different.
Yeah. Yeah, so they the 25th year through the 29th year.
Cool.
Man, so you got that class 88 all coming up on 30 years then.
Yeah.
Good, with Goose and Brooklyn and the Deschutes. And,
So we should see
all
some
those guys. Great Lakes, all those guys.
Lakefront too. Is Lakefront
Probably.
a year later? But yeah, we should see some good stuff from all of those this coming year in 2018. Because 30 years.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Wow. I just remembered the 25th and the 20th. Huh. Yikes.
That's what I wanted to ask Jared Jankowski. What's up their sleeve for 30? I don't think he would have revealed anything, but
Well, maybe not. Yeah. Another interview, another podcast. Then, do we have any beer news before we get out of here?
Brad, to go with the theme of us having an off day, and breaking lamps and breaking beer bottles and tripping over the Christmas tree, we do not have any beer news today.
Okay. All right. So this is a little shorter of an episode. We end up, we try to keep them around 30. Sometimes we run long.
Right on.
Sometimes, like this week, it's short.
But yeah, I did want to give a cheers to the good folks at Blackbird. They
Yeah.
turned 20 this week.
Okay.
And on December 17th and 18th, they will have a Woodford Reserve Masters Collection dinner. So it'll be 5 courses. And, that whole one-off hospitality group, that's the Publican and Avec and Blackbird and Nico.
Right, okay.
And, so anyway, it's a 5-course dinner. It's $165, and they're going to debut a Woodford Reserve whiskey. It's the first one that's been aged in Chardonnay barrels. I mean, cask finished in Chardonnay barrels.
Nice.
So
That sounds
yeah,
good.
but I like Woodford Reserve. I like Blackbird a lot too. So
Yeah.
that's December 18th.
Cool. All right. Well, that's going to do it for this week's episode of Chicago Beer Pass. We'll have a full week next week because we have an extra day now. So we got to make it out. Got to go to some things.
Right on.
Hopefully we have a guest on next week to talk about CBS and
That'd be
kind
fun.
of see what that experience was. I'll work that out for next week.
Cool.
But Nick, where can people find you, get in touch when we're not recording here?
Right on, man. I'm on Twitter at Nicosio.
And look for him over at Local Option, drinking some Bourbon County. Talk to this guy about this.
I think I need help, man.
You can follow me on Twitter at BRAD. Chicago Beer Pass is on Twitter at Chicago Beer Pass. Our website, chicagobeerpass.com. All the episodes are posted there. Links to iTunes, Stitcher, the YouTube version as well. And yeah, like I said, we'll be back next week. Take care.
Cheers.